100 powerful and thought-provoking quotes about life. These 100 powerful and thought-provoking quotes about life from influential thinkers, writers, and leaders both living and no longer with us. I hope you find them inspiring. 1. In 3 words I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. Robert Frost. 2. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. John Lennon. 3. Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment. Buddha. 4. The purpose of life is not to be happy, it is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well. Ralph Waldo Emerson. 5. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Mae West. 6. The unexamined life is not worth living. Socrates. 7. Don't go through life, grow through life. Eric Butterworth. 8. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. George Bernard Shaw. 9. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Confucius. 10. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Steve Jobs. 11. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Aristotle. 12. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist, that is all. Oscar Wilde. 13. It is not the length of life, but the depth of life. Ralph Waldo Emerson. 14. Believe that life is worth living, and your belief will help create the fact. William James. 15. The biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. Oprah Winfrey. 16. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. Anais Nin. 17. Life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we respond to it. Charles R. Swindoll. 18. In the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. Abraham Lincoln. 19. The good life is one inspired by love and guided by knowledge. Bertrand Russell. 20. Dost thou love life? Then do not squander time, for that is the stuff life is made of. Benjamin Franklin. 21. Don't count the days, make the days count. Muhammad Ali. 22. Life is a journey that must be traveled no matter how bad the roads and accommodations are. Oliver Goldsmith. 23. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Albert Einstein. 24. The only impossible journey is the one you never begin. Tony Robbins. 25. Life is a daring adventure or nothing at all. Helen Keller. 26. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. Albert Schweitzer. 27. Life can only be understood backward, but it must be lived forwards. Soren Kierkegaard. 28. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your actions. Dalai Lama. 29. A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. George Bernard Shaw. 30. Wherever you go, go with all your heart. Confucius. 31. We do not remember days, we remember moments. Cesare Pavese. 32. The best way to predict your future is to create it. Peter Drucker. 33. Life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. Maya Angelou. 34. Be happy for this moment. This moment is your life. Omar Khayyam. 35. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Lao Tzu. 36. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Confucius. 37. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Martin Luther King Jr. 38. You have to be odd to be number one. Dr. Seuss. 39. Life is too important to be taken seriously. Oscar Wilde. 40. It is never too late to be what you might have been. George Eliot. 41. The meaning of life is to give life meaning. Viktor Frankl. 42. Life is about making an impact, not making an income. Kevin Cruz. 43. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Ralph Waldo Emerson. 44. Challenges are what make life interesting. Overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. Joshua J. Marine. 45. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. Friedrich Nietzsche. 46. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. Buddha. 47. One day your life will flash before your eyes. Make sure it's worth watching. Gerard Way. 48. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Martin Luther King Jr. 49. You cannot find peace by avoiding life. Virginia Woolf. 50. Life is short, and it's up to you to make it sweet. Sarah Louise Delany. 51. Life is what you make it. Always has been, always will be. Eleanor Roosevelt. 52. Do what you can, with what you have, where you are. Theodore Roosevelt. 53. The purpose of life is to believe, to hope, and to strive. Indira Gandhi. 54. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Albert Einstein. 55. Dream as if you'll live forever. Live as if you'll die today. James Dean. 56. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Franklin D. Roosevelt. 57. Life is made of ever so many partings welded together. Charles Dickens. 58. We're here to add what we can to life, not to get what we can from life. William Osler. 59. Your life does not get better by chance, it gets better by change. Jim Rohn. 60. Life always waits for some crisis to occur before revealing itself at its most brilliant. Paulo Coelho. 61. It is our choices that show what we truly are, far more than our abilities. J.K. Rowling. 62. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Nelson Mandela. 63. Live in the sunshine, swim in the sea, drink the wild air. Ralph Waldo Emerson. 64. The purpose of life is a life of purpose. Robert Byrne. 65. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Mahatma Gandhi. 66. Life itself is the most wonderful fairy tale. Hans Christian Andersen. 67. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. Soren Kierkegaard. 68. To love and be loved is to feel the sun from both sides. David Viscott. 69. The more I want to get something done, the less I call it work. Richard Bach. 70. Success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which he has overcome. Booker T. Washington. 71. Life has no limitations, except the ones you make. Les Brown. 72. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. Helen Keller. 73. Life doesn't require that we be the best, only that we try our best. H. Jackson Brown, Jr. 74. 20 years from now you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. Mark Twain. 75. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. Albert Einstein. 76. It is not how old you are, but how you are old. Jules Renard. 77. The greatest use of a life is to spend it on something that will outlast it. William James. 78. The more one judges, the less one loves. Honoré de Balzac. 79. To live is so startling it leaves little time for anything else. Emily Dickinson. 80. You don't choose your family. They're God's gift to you, as you are to them. Desmond Tutu. 81. The greatest pleasure of life is love. Euripides. 82. Life is the flower for which love is the honey. Victor Hugo. 83. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. Dale Carnegie. 84. The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. Alan Watts. 85. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. C.S. Lewis. 86. Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. Ralph Waldo Emerson. 87. What a wonderful life I've had. I only wish I'd realized it sooner. Colette. 88. Life is too deep for words, so don't try to describe it. Just live it. C.S. Lewis. 89. It is better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for what you are not. Andre Guy. 90. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Will Rogers. 91. Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass, it's about learning to dance in the rain. Vivian Green. 92. Any idea that is held in the mind, that is emphasized, that is either feared or revered, will begin at once to clothe itself in the most convenient and appropriate form available. Andrew Carnegie. 93. Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. William James. 94. To live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering. Friedrich Nietzsche. 95. As a well-spent day brings happy sleep, so a life well spent brings happy death. Leonardo da Vinci. 96. All truths are easy to understand once they are discovered. The point is to discover them. Galileo Galilei. 97. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. Albert Einstein. 98. You are never too small to make a difference. Greta Thunberg. 99. However difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. Stephen Hawking. 100. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Steve Jobs. These are all 100 powerful and thought-provoking quotes about life from influential people in the world, both living and no longer with us. This brings us to the end of this video. Kindly comment and share your thoughts below if you like any particular quote in this video. Also, let me know if you liked this video by clicking on the thumbs up button below and subscribe to the channel for more. If this video reach 1000 likes, I promise to make a similar video like this for you. So until then, stay safe and stay tuned.